Dragons in transition. The living landscape of China's urban and rural residents from 1960 to 2025. Since 1960, China has experienced an unprecedented scale in human history. Surprisingly rapid socio-economic transformation. This once isolated agricultural powerhouse rise to global prominence as an economic force in just a few decades. One of the core drivers of this profound change. It is a gradual transition from a highly centralized planned economic system to a dynamic socialist market economic system. This grand historical process not only has it reshaped the country's economic structure and international status, it has fundamentally changed the daily lives of hundreds of millions of ordinary people. The central theme running through this transformation journey. It is a long-standing and constantly evolving urban-rural dual structure and the significant differences it brings. From the strengthening of the division of urban and rural areas by state policies in the era of planned economy. After the reform and opening up, the barriers to population mobility were gradually broken down. Since the beginning of the new century, we have dedicated ourselves to regional coordination and rural revitalization. The relationship between urban and rural areas has always been a mirror of China's social changes. It reflects the opportunities and challenges at different stages of development. National policy, whether it was the early prioritization of heavy industry, the household registration system restricts mobility, or the later household contract responsibility system, market-oriented reforms and the targeted poverty alleviation and common prosperity initiatives in recent years, have profoundly shaped or reshaped the quotas between urban and rural areas, development opportunities and life experiences. Let's analyze in depth the tremendous changes in the lives of ordinary urban and rural residents in China between 1960 and 2025. Adopting a chronological structure, with 10 years as a stage, the 1960s. In the 1970s, 1,980 seconds, 1,990 seconds, 2,000 seconds, 2010 seconds, 2020 to 2025. Systematically sort out and compare the lives of urban and rural residents in key dimensions such as economic status, income, food supply and consumption, clothing style and concept, housing conditions and types, transportation methods and tools, communication and entertainment technology and content. The analysis will be based on existing research data, including provided literature fragments. It will also point out the limitations of early historical data acquisition. Following the timeline, this paper explores the characteristics of urban and rural life in each decade and the social, political, and economic drivers behind them. Finally, a comprehensive analysis is carried out. Extract the overall trend and key turning points of more than 60 years of changes, and explore in depth the evolution trajectories of urban-rural differences and their deep mechanisms. It is hoped to provide a historical and structural perspective for understanding contemporary Chinese society.